do here? 9 minute 131. And 31 minute and 2 and 2 minute and 2 and 3 minute and 4 and 4 minute and 5 minute and 2 9 minute and 6 on 2 9 minute and 7 2 9 minute and 38.
Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Auction Wars. We're finishing things up here with our first episode. We're going to look at results. We're going to kind of watch in real time how this auction unfolded for the 5 lots that we looked at. First thing I want to do, though, here, Chris Bailey, welcome back, of course.
Hey, thank you.
Absolutely. We are going to look at 3 lots that we didn't even talk about last time. One of them definitely was, let's just say it got a lot of money. And I didn't expect it to, and I didn't understand why. I got educated a little bit, and I'm sure you could do some education. That's why I got you on here, buddy. You can educate me on these things. So I'm going to go ahead. I am sharing my screens. So the first thing we're going to look at is right here. So this goes for 600. You know, it's not a whole lot compared to some of the other crazy stuff. The title of it's Large Lot Star Wars E.T. Indiana Jones Vintage Paper Memorabilia. So I was trying to figure out where the money was here in regards to this. I'm going to zoom in just a second. Let me get back to the first slide. So there's everything you got now. Do you recognize anything off the bat just in this large photograph that would make you think that this is worth $600?
There's not. There looks like there's a hell of a lot of those vintage Star Wars stills or promotional photos there. So those things are really standing. Those are those studio cards?
I noticed we got some German promotional material. It looks like Star Wars Lucasfilm Fan Club.
Wow.
These look like maybe iron-ons. I don't know. I can't tell. Some type of sticker or something.
They're decals, but a lot of these photos are promotional shots, even some behind-the-scenes shots. You got some stuff with George Lucas in there, Ewok heavy, so, you know, looks like around the time of Return of the Jedi, so probably 83. You got some black and white ones there as well, but mostly Return of the Jedi heavy here, which is not a bad thing.
Saw some stickers too, like this right here, Yub Nub, and Fly Casual, May the Force be with you. But yeah, $600 this went for.
Wow.
Yeah, time to renew your subscription to the Star Wars Lucasfilm Fan Club.
Well, okay, so this is fan club material. So early fan club material too, because you can see, because part of the joy with the fan club is that you would get these exclusive photos and exclusive stills. Is that a William Shatner still in the back?
They threw some. They had to have thrown some Star Trek stuff in here because I got some Enterprise stuff, Klingon Cruiser.
This is fan club merchandise. This is really cool, actually. Well, and look at the ET bumper stickers and stuff like that. So
put me down. I want some of those Harrison Ford and Witness.
What the? That's crazy. Who knew there was Witness material out there? Wow.
All right. Well, there you go. That's one that caught my eye.
I'm stunned that went for $600. But anyway, I digress.
Now we have $750 for a large assortment of vintage 1970s toys and action figures.
See these little green, those, I can't remember the actual brand name of those things, but they were spacemen. So they were plastic spacemen. They came in multiple colors or 2 or 3 different colors, mainly the colors you see there, green, white, and pink. They are super, super rare, believe it or not. And a lot of those have been reproed this day and age. They were common in little bags. You remember when you used to get rack toys in store? You know, you go in and you get your police gun set and you get your Star Trek space disc launcher. Well, these things were right next door to the Army, man. And they were just basically like vintage space toys. So you'd have a few aliens, you would have a few robots. So you see on the very right-hand side, they were Star Wars knockoffs. So, you know, you wouldn't have a Darth Vader or a C-3PO or an R2-D2, but you'd have something close. So right there where you got your cursor, that is like their R2-D2 style thing. Oh, yeah. So they would have a bunch of droids. You got your main bad guy. Oh my goodness, the name escapes me what these are, but anyway, yeah.
It looks like Galaxy something teams and monsters. If that wasn't
there's a name on them. There's a company name that's really famous.
Okay.
That's eluding me now, but those are awesome.
What do you recognize in here? I remember Dean Compton and I were like trying to figure out what was this silver guy with the American flag.
So what I am seeing here is right next to that silver guy with the American flag is Adventure People by Fisher Price. X-Ray Man. See that green guy with the little decal right down by his foot right here? That's X-Ray Man, possibly one of the best of all. So you got a lot of the space toys over here. So a lot of those things that you're seeing there are from the 70s Fisher Price Adventure People line. So, you know, you got a couple of the race car drivers near the top. You got a couple of the aliens that come with the space guy down at the bottom there. You've got X-Ray Girl built in there. You've got another X-Ray Man on the top. That is, those are heavily sought after, to be quite honest with you. Now,
wow.
That silver guy,
his face looks silver as well, but that might just be because the paint job ain't the greatest. But I don't know. It looks silver over here as well.
Can't make him out. Can't make him out at all. I'm missing the boat on that one. But yeah, so we got some. There's a couple of really, really cool things there. So it looks like they are, mostly Adventure People by Fisher Price. Now you got a Godzilla and a King Kong up top. Those were promotional 70s items as well on that last page back there. I want to say that they didn't do anything. Very limited articulation.
I think they look like they're solid. I mean, I don't think there's any articulation there at all. If anything.
Now they came in two different styles. So there's one that had the little thing on the side that you wound it up and it started to walk. And I'm not really sure if that's them right there, but no, they just look like straight up plastic.
Yeah, they are solid. I don't see any separation by their feet at all.
You got a good look at that American flag thing there. Wow, that really, really does not ring a bell to me.
Huh.
Really cool. That's a rarity.
These little guys wind up, it looks like.
Yeah, those are generics as well. Generic little wind up robots. So you see a lot of like early 70s rack toys, which are pretty interesting in themselves and can catch a few dollars too if they're in good shape. And those are in so we got the King Kong Godzilla, and I have no idea what that thing in the middle is.
It's got to be part of this set. It looks like it's very similar, like, build. It's a solid piece of plastic.
Wow.
I have no idea. No clue.
And how much is this set going for? How much did it go for?
This went for a total of, I think, $700 and some dollars. We'll take a look at it again. I'm just going to kind of, you yell at me if you see anything that stands out to you, because I think we've seen them all here.
Yeah.
There's another good shot.
I'm thinking we got some Micronaut stuff put inside there, I'm thinking. Okay. But outside of that, it's mostly Adventure People and those plastic aliens that you see.
$750 altogether.
Holy shnikes.
Yeah. Well, the way this auction was going, it doesn't surprise me. Some of this stuff was going for insane prices. So Chris Bailey, never one to disappoint an audience here. He followed up with me this morning, and he sent me some information about these lots that we were kind of stumped on. Well, he was kind of stumped on. Trust me, I was too uneducated to even be stumped. But there was a small bag of like pink toys. I think we described them as spacemen. So Chris Bailey sent over a picture of the bag of the Galaxy Laser Team, I think, is what we were seeing there. But it was, just a bag of, instead of plastic army men, these were aliens and astronauts, droids, kind of like aping off Star Wars. But these were called TIM, T-I-M, Me, M-E-E toys. Tim-Me toys. So he sent me a picture of what is the Tim-Me Galaxy Laser Team space figures, red versus orange, and it looks very similar to what we have on there. Chris Bailey coming through with some fantastic information. Like I said, never one to disappoint. So the other lot that we were looking at that had the silver, what looks to be an astronaut with an American flag on the chest, that is actually from The Adventures of Metal Man Toys by Z Toys. Metal Man by Z Toys. Bailey sent me a couple photos here of exactly what we were looking at in there. There were these, what appear to be 3 3/4 inch figures who had similar points of articulation like G.I. Joes, but these were Metal Man toys, according to what I'm seeing here. It does say astronaut, micronauts. Oh yeah, and one of the sky sleds as well was included. So Chris Bailey coming through, answering our, I guess what our final mystery was. Those were Z Toys, The Adventures of Metal Man. All right, let's get back to the show. All right, let's move on to the last little surprise I have for you here. And this...
Oh my God, wow. Wow. The Star Wars Early Bird Special packages. This, and not only that, you've got the Empire Strikes Back ones too, because there was 2 sets. So back in the early 70s, there was a big rush to get Star Wars merchandise out there because nobody believed that Star Wars was ever going to make a movie. It must have been Mark Radlich back in the day going, nobody's going to like these space wars. Nobody's liking the space wars. And then all of a sudden it started to catch fire. People were piling into theaters. The only problem was just before Christmas, now you got this massive demand. Kids are going crazy for their Star Wars toys. None were produced, but Kenner made a promise that they would try to get them pushed by, have them out by Christmas. They did not make it, so they offered the early bird special, which basically was a certificate. Now, Jesse Starcher, wake up Christmas morning and hand the kid a certificate and say, hey, maybe in 4 months you may get these 6 figures. What do you think of that?
Yeah, that would go over real well.
Faces all around, right? Yeah, it's like it's like that Christmas morning, and I'm sure you've had it where you've had a whole bunch of toys for your kids and no batteries.
Oh yeah, absolutely, big time letdown.
So, and the stand. So you've got, looks like the certificate. You've got the actual cardboard stand in beautiful condition. Oh my, Jesse, how much did this go?
This went for a total of $5,250.
Holy shit.
As we were watching this auction unfold, I'm paying attention to it real time. So you'll see this person right here. Okay, they do, they blur out the middle parts of this, whoever this user is that bid. But I can tell you that S***D dropped at least 30 grand in this auction because they were coming at just about everything high-end Star Wars. Just about anything else that's Star Wars related, you could probably see that this person won it if you went through the auction.
So the other, oh my goodness, that's actually so they've actually got a play set in there. No, look at that one right there. That's Cloud City. So they actually have a Cloud City, one of the cardboard dioramas. So they've actually got a play set. Yeah, Cloud City play set. It's right there. Mm-hmm. Wow. So they got the early bird set. They got a Cloud City in beautiful condition. Now down at the bottom, these photos, they were portfolios. So what would happen? The studio would release a series of, I guess, promotional artwork. You know the books you go into a store today, you get like the art of Star Wars and that type of stuff. These used to come in like beautiful little slipcases, and you used to look at them one by one, almost like slides. And they were called the portfolio series. So you got the Empire Strikes Back portfolio here as well, which is not easy to come by.
Wow!
You can see the beautiful, beautiful artwork there. Holy!
And again, it's 2 of everything. You're looking at 2 of everything in here. It's just mind-boggling. I mean,
what was the lady's name? Sylvia
and Sandra.
Sylvia and Sandra. We could have had one each, Jesse.
That's unbelievable. Yeah. I cannot. We looked at what we thought was going to be the top 5 lots, and this right here ended up, I think, being the number 3 or number 4 after it was all said and done, as far as what went for the most in this auction. So yeah, wow. It's spectacular. Wow. So I assume this is just like a generic old notebook right here. I mean, I don't.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, there's nothing real super special there, but the key thing there was the early bird set, the play set, and man, even that Cloud City set. So a lot of the play sets they would have a generic plastic base with a couple foot pegs to place your figures, and they would have just a piece of folded cardboard, which would make your scene. Now, some were a little bit more elaborate. They had one for Hoth, which was an AT-AT Walker, and they had this Cloud City one, which was like, almost like a 3D cardboard cutout playset, which is dynamite. But to find those loose out of the pack and in good condition, virtually impossible.
Man, insane. All right. Well, this is what we came here for. We are going to look at who's going to be the auction champion. We're going to find out, aren't we? We are going to find out.
Was it the high rollers? Was it the low ballers? Was it Mark Radlich? And listen, if Mark wins this, I will retire, just like Vince McMahon. Out of there. You'll never hear the word name Chris Bailey, Charlton Hero ever again.
All right. Well, let's start with your personal pick, because I think that's what we're going to do here. We'll do our personal picks first, and then we'll get to the main event, if you will. Your personal pick was the school supplies, Star Wars school supplies.
Yes, I love it.
And you had it at 150, going at 150. I had it going at 120. All right. So that is where we thought things were going to land. And right here, as this live auction starts, can you still see the screen?
Yes.
I might have to maximize it here. There we go. It's a little blurry. I apologize. That's just the way it recorded. But it's starting out at 120 right now. So I'm going to go ahead and hit play. And as we watch here, this 49-second video, we get 130. Oh, we're getting closer. Bailey had 150. So let's see.
Come on, baby.
As,
Don't let me down. Don't let me down.
we see this big number down here. That's if I wanted to bid. So we're at 150. If I wanted to go to 160, I could. This is where it's going to stay. You got it, sir. Right on the money. $150 for the school supplies. Good.
Good. Put your kids back to school in style.
Right. All right. Now let me go ahead and let's get you in there for 150. So here is what we're going to do. The person with the most, the most auctions closest to the number is how we're going to do this. Because at first I was like, oh, we'll just total it up and see who's furthest from the total, but that's not the case. We're going to do auction by auction. So if you get 3 auctions at the end of this, you're champion. All right, because
I love it.
That's 3 or 4. However. So right now you're beating me. So I'm going to mark this green. That entails that you have won that round, sir. Now let's go to the alien big chap. So the alien figures. I said 575. You said 600. So let's take a look and see what we get here. All right, there they are.
What's our bid here?
So it says 0. Oh, no, wait a second. There we go. We're at 600. All right, 600 right now. So I'm already out. $600. And if I remember correctly, I think it goes up just a tiny bit more. Let's take a look and see.
Whoa.
$700. That's it. That's where it stays. $700. So once again, round 2, Chris Bailey coming in with your closest. So you get a green box. Now let's get to the big money. So this is where we're competing against 3 other people. It's me, you, Mark Radulich, Ronnie Adams, Cliff Barnes from Kapow, the Pop Cultured Podcast. All right, lot 5. This is the Tron figures. Okay, You remember the Tron figures? So let's go ahead and bring this up here. We're at $900 on this one right now. So our bids, as we could see here, I had $1,400. You had $1,650. Ronnie had $1,250. Mark had $1,100 and Cliff had $1,100. So you were high rolling here, $1,650, and it looks like Mark right now and Cliff are at $1,100. So let's.
And where you at? Where you at? You're at 12?
14.
Okay. Oh, 14. All right. So we got. Starcher might sneak one out here. All right, let's go.
All right.
There we go.
So
there we go.
Oh.
Go big money. Let's go.
1,050. And any more? Let's see.
People bid. What's wrong with you, savages?
1050. Staying at 1050. This could be it. 1050. Going once. See, they got this little. Oh, okay. All right. Now we're at 1150.
So we got some movement.
Yep. What do we got here? 20 seconds left. Going once, going twice. Is he going to mark sold? Man, he lingered on some of these too. Like he would go once, twice, and then just sit there. So we're at 1150. And that is all she wrote. 1150. So there we go. Let's take a look here. We'll punch it in.
Oh, the gas.
All right. So I'm 250 away. You're 500. 100 for Ronnie. 50 for Mark and Cliff. So they are coming in with the green boxes. Let's go ahead and mark them green. Good job, Mark and Cliff. 50.
No, impossible.
All right, let's get into these are the Indiana Jones map toys. Let me pause it real quick. We're at 1050. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So 1050. I had 1,300 going into this. You had 1,350. We're not too far apart there. Ronnie has 1,750. Mark has 1,000, and then Cliff comes in with 1,300. So let's find out how we do here. All right. So at 1050, we were looking at this, and
so Mark is out of gas already. He's done.
Right. And now it's all about who is closest. So if he's over or under, doesn't matter. It's just a matter of the money. Now we're at 1150.
It's lingering.
Oh, it is. Once, twice. Here we go. Is that it? 1150. Someone going to try and snipe anything?
Oh my God! Come on, somebody spend that money. Jesus.
That is going to be all. Oh, sold. There it is. 1150. 1150. Is that what he said? 1150. Let me look at that one more time. 1150 it is. All right. So
you were closer than I, sir.
Yeah. 150, 200, 600 for Ronnie, 150 for Mark, and 150 for Cliff. So us three actually get the green box here.
Oh no. No.
All right.
This can't happen, Jesse. You understand?
Going into the third lot here that we had. This is the cereal boxes, along with the Power of the Force coin. So let me get the video started.
Oh,
All right, now let's just take a look and see where we're at here. So I went 2,800. You went $200 less than me at 26. It looks like Ronnie went to 3,000. Mark went to 2,000. He's lowballing it here, and then Cliff went to 2,500. So Ronnie,
what was my bid again?
yours was 2,600, and I went to 2,800. All right,
Okay. All right. Let's roll the dice, baby. Let's see what happens here.
We're starting out at 3,100. So Ronnie's closest now, already at 3,100. And I guess we could just go ahead and mark the rest of these off, because all it's going to do is just continue to go up from 3,100. So Ronnie is already de facto winner here, but let's just see how this thing shakes out. Talk to me about these again as we're waiting these 3 minutes for this thing.
So the Power of the Force collection and both the Ewoks and Droid collection, some of the most sought after Star Wars toys, came built in with gold medallions. The medallions themselves are super, super rare. Usually see them in lots of like 5 on eBay. This is almost the entire collection with multiple doubles. Also, C-3PO is one of the legendary 80s cartoon serials, believe it or not. Also, in great shape. You had multiple boxes here. Holy cow, that bid is just going through the roof. The thing about these boxes is that they featured the masks on the back. And if you wanted nightmare fuel, put one of those masks on the back of the cereal box of Luke Skywalker with the eye holes cut out. Terror.
Scary stuff. We're about to hit four grand here in a second.
Holy cow.
We're at 3,900. There it is, 3,950. Come on, somebody do the 4. Do 4 grand. Come on.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah.
In my wildest dreams, I didn't think this.
$4,050 right now. So yeah, again, pay attention to who's bidding here. There's your S star D and M star D going back and forth in this thing. 41.
This is lunacy. I don't know if I've ever seen. I mean, yeah, you know what? Those coins are valuable, but man, this just drove that value through the roof. I mean, those cereal boxes are okay, but they are not thousands of dollars worth of collectability there. That those coins brought the money, man. They brought the money.
Yeah, they did. You were talking about how rare and how. I mean, rare it is just to have a set of these things, let alone the condition they were in, and
there's multiples of the same one in that lot too. It's wow. The thing is that they came bundled with the figures. These are sold without the figures. Jesus, wow.
250, and it looks like star or S star D. Oh, somebody outbid me. Whoops, I forgot to take that part out. Son of a gun. I was trying to get some nice stuff too. I
thought you were talking about on this lot.
Oh, I was not bidding on this lot, sir.
You are going to have some splaining to do to Mindy if you won this one.
My wife would kill me.
I would be dead. I would be so dead she'd dig me up and kill me again.
So are we going to break 45? We're at 43.50 right now. So 43.50. We're at 44. 4,400.
Nikes. You talk about underestimating. Wow, we way undervalued these things.
Yeah. Once, twice. Oh, no, 44.50. Next up, 45. Who's going to pull that trigger? I think S star D. SD.
S star D definitely got some splaining to do.
Definitely. All right. Once, twice, and that's going to be it, I bet. Let's see. We got 10 seconds left. There can't be a flurry. Usually it's a flurry at the beginning, and then everybody's like, oh my gosh, my wallet.
Yes.
Yep, that's the end of that. It's sold. So that was, what did we say, 44.50? Didn't break 45, but 44.50.
Ronnie is the man.
Ronnie Adams comes through. We were giving him crap about the high roller, and he didn't even come close to that. He was still 1,450 off. So
now I want you to picture this. You come home. Mindy goes, "Hey Jesse, it's the funniest thing. $4,500 came out of our bank account. Now we have no money. Do you know what happened to that? Sure, hon. Listen, I have these wonderful gold medallions and 3 C-3PO cereal boxes."
You did not frame it like that, sir. You go, let me tell you about the investment I did. Let me tell you about the investment.
You would wear those things straight up your ass, is what I would say. Those masks.
Right, dude. We got the next one. This is lot 2 that we were looking at. This is the 3 Star Wars cases.
This is a big.
Yeah, this is the penultimate, if you will.
The girls see we got the money. $100 bills, y'all.
Already at 4,200.
Wow.
So,
ow.
I went at 29. You went at 3,800. Ronnie goes at 5,200. 5,200. Mark says 3,000. Cliff says 46. So we're kind of like all over the place when you look at this. I mean, me and Mark are close, but within $100. But you are the next person up at with $800 more on top of Mark, while another $800 for Cliff, and then another, what is that? Another $600 for Ronnie as we're scaling up here. So Ronnie says 5,200. We're already at 41, I think is what it said. So let's take a look and see how this thing shakes down. It's already at 44. 45.
Oh my!
You know,
what's the bid increment? $100 each. Wow, 4,800 topping. Oh my!
49, 5,000.
I will say the amount of figures that's in is this the one with the droids figures or the Ewok figures? I think.
I don't think this one has the Ewok figures. I'm pretty sure that's one.
Well, wow. To me, this is probably a little overpriced here now at 5,100.
Yeah.
I mean, you might be losing parts of your shirt and underwear here.
They are changing bid increments, I noticed, on the fly, just to get people to that enticed bit of bidding, because it just went to $50 bids a few seconds ago as we were watching it scale up by 100. Now we're at 52.50.
Wow, Jesse.
I know, man. Again, we got, looks like SDs in on the action one more time.
So someone's just doing a sweep of this. You've got someone with a whole lot of bank just refusing to pass up those bids. They're just bidding away. We
are at $5,800 for these 3 cases right now. 58. And Ronnie, let me pause it. Ronnie said what, 52? Was that what he said?
Yeah, he definitely pulled this one off. Absolutely.
5,200.
Ronnie claims his second win here.
Golly.
Wow.
Let's see how this thing breaks out. We've got 49 seconds. Do you think it'll break 65?
Yes.
Oh, that's big. I don't know, man. 60.
This is way too much money for those. this has gone beyond the realm of sensibility here now. Oh my God.
61.50. SD once, twice. Oh man, I want to see if another guy that was bidding on this, man, he had to have been throwing things because SD would always outbid him. 61.50.
You just got someone with an unlimited bank account just banging off dollars here. You know what I mean? You're never going to get your money back. Not like these are beautiful figures, no question. But even sold piecemeal, you're not getting that.
Holy cow. 150. Oh. Yeah, Ronnie Adams coming in only 900. Wow. I am $3,250 off.
Oh my Lord.
I mean, you and I were looking at this. I'm not the most well-versed when it comes to the Star Wars figures. You, sir, are. We weren't terribly far apart when we looked at this. I mean, we were far apart, but I mean, my gosh, we're talking.
This is lunacy. Like this is price gouging at its finest here. This is someone who's not afraid to bid here. So
you have to remember, you have to pay 18% buyer's premium on top of what this guy won this for. There's another 18% this guy has to pay. All right, next up. We're going into the big one. This is the big one. Here we go.
The granddaddy, the WrestleMania.
It is on. So I thought these 4 cases of Star Wars figures, I think there were I don't know if this one had the Star Trek figures in it or not, but I know there were a lot of figures. We know we were talking about the Ewoks Droids series as well. So I went at $7,750. You went at $7,200, a little bit more conservative than myself. Ronnie Adams says $8,500 on this thing.
Ronnie is, I'm thinking, according to that last bid with the volume that's in this set, Ronnie's taking this one. That's my prediction.
Oh man, Mark says $7,000 and Cliff says $7,200. It was interesting because you and Cliff, I don't know if I told you this or not, but you and Cliff, when you look at the total bids, when we against what you guys were competing, you guys were only completely $100 off total. So anyway, so yeah, you and Cliff both saying 7,200 here.
Most of my bids were coming from like the fact that I've scouted these things on eBay a million times over. I've seen lots go for. People sell bags of these for $200.
Right. So All right, here it is. So we're
Here we
at,
go.
according to this, 8750 already.
What?
8750 already. Let's just take a look here. Well, Ronnie Adams had 8,500. We're already at 8,750. This is a little bit after 4 when this is getting started. So we're at 8,750 right now. All right. Let's just watch and
Wow.
probably say congratulations, Ronnie Adams. High rolling,
Champ.
Ronnie Adams.
High roller. Lesson. The moral of the story is if you see a high bidder, go with the high roller. Ronnie Adams is the brand new Auction Wars champion.
We are at 9,300 right now for these things. 93. So, Chris Bailey, do you think it's going to break 10? We have 4
Listen,
cases.
I've guessed so wrong this entire auction. I absolutely. Look what's happening here. This is ridiculous. Oh my God.
98.50. 10,000. There it is.
No way.
10-2. 10-3.
So this is the Ultimate Star Wars collection that's in front of you right now at 10,350. Holy cow.
Oh my God. Look at this.
No, impossible. 12 grand.
12 grand. I mean, that was like in seconds, dude. That
somebody went for the kill. Is that the same person?
We've got, so MD has been the one that's bidding for quite a while on this stuff, but SD keeps outbidding him. We also have an on-site bidder. There's SD coming in at 12,250. We have an on-site bidder, which, from what I understand, they've got this auction running on a different platform as well. So whenever you see on-site, that's actually a different platform other than Proxy Bid. Now we're at 12,600. MD still going at it, 12,650.
This is going 13.
Let's see.
This is crazy.
Kind of, let's see if we get a once, twice. Oh, nope. 12,800. 12,850.
Oh my Lord. Ladies and gentlemen, oh my God, it crossed 13,000. Okay, folks, this is a historic lot. There's no question. But with $13,050, oh my God, it's continuing. It's $13,300. You could buy all these figures 3 times over. Every one of them.
$13,350. Once, twice. Oh, here we go. Oh,
no.
On site, jumping in there.
Jesse,
13.
Is this going to go to 14? Is this possible?
I mean, you would know better than I do, but
oh my God, it's going to hit 14,000. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be able to handle it. Oh my God.
13. It's at 13,950 right now. The next bid puts it at 14. Can somebody out? Oh, there it is.
Oh my God.
15,000.
Holy cow. Ladies and gentlemen, somebody has just been divorced.
I mean, you could buy a small car, maybe a motorcycle with this money.
There are people who do not make this in a year.
What?
Oh my God.
Wait a second. It dropped. No, now it's back. It's at 15,000.
Woo! Somebody call my mama.
Wow, man.
Oh my God. $15,000. We were not in the hemisphere. I knew there was a lot of rare figures in there, but this is way overvalued. Wow. I've never seen anything like this.
SD at 15,50 right now.
This is a war. This is literally an auction war. This is why you signed up, folks. This is what you're listening for. Auction Wars Live. This bid is going crazy. A vintage lot here, $15,300. Is it possible? Is it possible, Jesse Starcher?
Let's see what happens here. MD, can he get on site outbid him?
Oh my God. Right now. Is this possibly going to hit 16?
Let's see. On site.
If it hits 16, I'll eat your shorts.
I mean, it's once, twice. This could be it. This could be it.
It's got to be it.
I mean, if you're an auctioneer, you linger. You don't, as insane as that bidding just went, you let it sit for just a few seconds. Somebody lower that bid increment to $25. Nope, they're not going to do it. 15.5. And are we going to sell this? Maybe. I don't know. He's letting it linger just to see.
Oh man, I'd be running out the back door if I got trapped into this auction.
SD is probably, he's taken up smoking right now. That's how bad things are for that guy. On site. Yep, there it is. 15.5, I believe. Let me double check that. 15.5 on site.
Staggering.
Unbelievable. So there you go. Our inaugural edition. Auction Wars, man, 15.
Ronnie Adams, congratulations, man. Nobody in this entire Auction Wars episode 1 was even close. We were not even in the ballpark, Jesse.
I mean, and he honestly, he wasn't either. 65, he was off by $6,500. And I mean, that just goes to show you the insanity of what just took place. It's just unreal. I don't know. I'm
virtually stunned. I don't even know what to say. I mean, those were some fantastic auctions, no doubt, but they literally multiplied the price by 2 on some of these things. Like the true value, if you had to break this apart section by section, they way overachieved on these auctions. So wow.
The good thing is that it has our winners here. So the SD got the 6150, or excuse me, SD spent $6,150 on the 3 set. He also got the early bird package for another $5,250. Oh, look at this. He spent another $4,450 on the coins. There's our big, the big, large, what were these, 12-inch Kenner dolls?
Stored, yep.
$2,400.
Wow. Holy cow.
$1,650 on this. I mean, how much money was that just in those right there? We're talking, that's 11, 15, 17,000, 18, about $20,000 and just in these first few lots that person dropped. And they ain't done. They get the R2D2s. They get the Chewbacca's for $1,550. Then they're spending $1,350 on the Darth Vaders. $1,275 on the Empire Strikes Back.
Did he win the Kenner Indiana Jones movie, The Map Rooms?
No, that went to MD. SD was all about Star Wars. Like, here's another one. I can't tell what these are because the picture's too small. Spent $1,150.
Mini rigs, I think.
Okay. $1,100 on these 4 toys. Another $1,100 on these toys. I mean, I'm not kidding you. It's got to be close to $50,000 maybe that this person spent, because there they are. Boom, 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 boom. Now the only thing I could think of is like
legendary.
Yeah, maybe this represents another platform. That's the only thing I can think of, or if this is one person that spent all this money on these, can you imagine walking into that dude's house? If he's just, I guess, just like walking into this person's house. But the people, Sandra and Sylvia's house, I don't even know if they had these displayed. I actually went and picked up some stuff yesterday from there. They had a house, I'm not kidding you, it was within walking distance pretty much of my house. It'd probably take me about an hour to get there. But I could...
Jesse, if only you had looted it during the pandemic.
Right. I went in there and I was like, I don't know where they kept all of this. I mean, it's a decent sized house, but my goodness, they had to have.
This is epic. This is warehouse style.
All right. Well, so now let's just look at me and you, and then we'll close this thing out here, okay? Because maybe since me and you are the only ones talking on this, these guys, they're participating by, giving me numbers, whatever. How about me and you? Let's see who gets closest just by looking at between us. So, okay, you've got 2. You bested me in our personal ones, right there. You got 2 green ones. I got 1 here. Now, let's just take a look between me and you. Oh, I'm closer there. I was only 250 off. I'm evening things up right there.
Uh-oh.
1650 off right there. I'm going to go ahead and mark that one green as well. Oh, well, look at this. You got me by 1 right there. Lot number 2, you were only 2,350. Well, I was 3,250. And let's take a... Oh, look at this. Look out. Oh, right there.
Destroyed, embarrassed, ridiculed.
Shame. After carrying this whole podcast, I'm the one that wins.
Embarrassed. I shall retract my my statement of being a toy action figure connoisseur. I am but the learner, Jesse Starcher.
Chris Bailey, this has been a lot of fun, dude. I can't believe how much fun this has actually panned out to be. So, well, hey, let's go ahead. We'll get into plugs, dude. We finish it up.
You can come and listen. You guys need to come and shame me. So you're going to find me and shame me for this Auction Wars episode 1. You can find me over on Twitter at Charlton_hero. You can find my blog. It's full of all kinds of retro stuff, including toys, which I may have to just take all those posts down. I don't deserve to post them. over on WordPress. It's charltonhero.wordpress.com, and it's called the Superhero Satellite for all kinds of retro ramblings over there. I usually hang out with Mark over on the W2M Network, and Jesse hanging out with Adam over at the Wizards Podcast Guide to Comics as well. I got lots on the go, so if you want to hear Chris Bailey, just take a look. Just make that call. Listen up, and you may find me. And here I am. There you go.
It. All right. Yeah. Hey, check it out. The Radulich and Broadcasting Network. I'm hanging out over there, too. I'm doing stuff on The Wire. We're doing a bunch of David Simon projects. Me and Mark are kicking those out. We did The Corner just recently. Check that out if you want to. Also, we do the Metal Hammer of Doom. Getting ready. I've got 2 days. I'm meeting Mark Radulich in person, and we are watching Rage Against the Machine.
I am excited for the union. The mega powers, brother, are about to explode. Here we go. Right. Mark Radulich physically meeting Jesse Starcher. I'm excited, and I'm not even there.
Cleveland will explode. It's going to be crazy. Yeah, hey,
to film the handshake, brother. You need to film the Mega Powers handshake right there.
Coming in.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it'll be a good time. But also, Unspoken Issues, that's on the Source Material Comics feed. If you like 90s comics, we're doing all sorts of fun stuff over there. Recently, I think we dropped, I know that we recorded Ghost Rider 2099, and that's going to be showing up here pretty soon on the feed, so kind of keep an eye out for that. All sorts of other great stuff, too. And that's it. We're going to get out of here. This has been Auction Wars. That's Chris Bailey. I'm Jesse Starcher. We'll talk to you soon. Have a good one.
Thank you all for joining us. Make sure to give that Radulich in Broadcasting Facebook page a like to stay up on top of all the great podcasts we have to offer. We are at home on Spreaker, but you can also find us on iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, and recently we have hit the air on Spotify. Find your favorite podcast platform and type in RADULICH to subscribe for some great content. If you enjoyed this show, please feel free to share and spread the word, and as always, we appreciate any feedback and look forward to entertaining you again soon.